Hi there, Gemini. Welcome back. All right, guys, let's get into this. See what is going on in your energy. Don't forget to click on that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. So, somebody here is making a plan to rebuild your life financially. You might be going to the community for help, which is no big problem, right? No big problem. No, everybody needs a hand sometimes, right? That's the point. Everybody needs a hand sometimes. I don't know why we feel embarrassed or ashamed when we have to reach out to people for help, but some of us do. But this is a form of you healing, Gemini. That's what I'm hearing. So this new plan is your way of healing, is your way of moving ahead, moving away from chaos and moving into something that's going to be more peaceful for you. Now, you do have somebody here who appears to be wanting to hold you down. Like, you have somebody around you that wants to see you running in a wheel. You have somebody around you that wants to see you like a hamster in a wheel, going nowhere, just trying, but not going anywhere. So you have somebody around you that's like wanting to see you put a whole lot of effort into something and not go anywhere. There appears to be a love offer coming your way, and this person wants to intersect that, like prevent you from being able to get that. Could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or another Gemini. Okay? I'm hearing that this person is lying. They're being very deceptive here. This person is lying and they're planning something out here. They're planning to be, well, definitely this person is upset and they want some kind of revenge. I'm going to split the cards. They want some kind of revenge. They're angry because you stood up for yourself. Yeah. They're angry because you stood up for yourself. They're angry because you set some kind of boundaries. See, and Gemini, you were never supposed to be able to do that. You know what it is? You showed that you had a backbone. Regardless of your situation, regardless of what you're going through, and you're trying to build something up for yourself, regardless of all this going on in your life, it's like they thought that you should be weak or you should be spineless or desperate, something like that. Like you should be so desperate you wouldn't be able to stand up for yourself. I don't know why people think this. I actually saw a video not very long ago where a woman was homeless and she said that men would get angry with her because they would ask her out and she would say no. And they were like, oh, like, how dare she say no, because she was homeless, right? She was like living on the streets. And she said that men they would get angry with her. They would throw things at her because she would say no. I don't understand what her being homeless has to do with it, but apparently it does, right? So apparently because of your situation that I'm seeing you in here, where you might be going through some financial problems, you might be going to like food banks maybe, or getting help from the community in some kind of way, right? And this person knows it. They're like, oh no, Gemini shouldn't be able to stand up. Gemini shouldn't be able to say no. Gemini shouldn't be able to defend themselves, right? It's kind of like that, what that woman was going through, right? People think just because you're in a situation that means that you should just like, I don't know. I don't know what this person's expecting. But this person is definitely somebody who's trying to prevent you from receiving a love message from somebody or a love offer. Okay? You could be a mother. I'm seeing a mother figure here. I'm seeing somebody who's very grounded, stable, mentally stable. I feel like this is your energy, Gemini. So something about you being very stable. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. Like, it doesn't matter if you are financially going through some kind of financial issue, going through homelessness, living in your vehicle, whatever it is that you're going through, that doesn't change who you are as a person. And that is one thing I hate, that people think that it changes you. Like you should all of a sudden become morally corrupt, or you should become morally lower or something like that. It's like people who believe there's some people who actually believe only poor people steal. Yeah, it's true. There's people out there who believe just because you're poor that you must steal, that you're a thief, right? When in reality is there's I would say equal amount of rich people who steal. You know what I mean? That I know of who steal. Very wealthy people who drive nice, very nice vehicles, and they will steal. They will rob you blind. You know. Yeah. So there's an equal amount. So, but there's some people who just believe that if you are poor or if you're going through financial issues, that, you did it to yourself or you caused it yourself because you obviously are doing something to yourself, like using illegal substances or making bad decisions or making bad financial decisions, or, some way they feel like it's your fault, right? Which can't be further than the truth. The thing is that you are very stable, so it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You are the same person you've always been. And that's one thing that this person doesn't seem to understand. There is this level of wanting revenge here, and it has something to do with property, money, income, okay? Somebody hoarding or somebody wanting to take for themselves resources. I think it's this person, this air sign that wants to take this money for themselves. You and this person might be in a dispute over money or finances. This person could actually owe you money, and this person is angry with you demanding or, yes, putting your foot down and expecting to get paid. Is there something about you having that a strong back? There's something about you not putting up with a bunch of BS is making this person angry. So it's like they feel like you don't deserve anything. Like even when it comes to love, like you don't deserve love either. It's like whatever. Just because of your financial situation, like you don't deserve love, you don't deserve support from the community, you don't deserve anything. Whoever this person is, that is something that's coming out into the open. When in reality, I'm hearing you have put a lot of work into something, okay? In reality, you have planted some seeds down into something, maybe by proving your skills or your time or energy, or you invested, maybe you've invested some money into something. Maybe your money's all tied up at this time. Maybe it's not that you don't have money, because you could have money, but maybe your money is tied up. You know what I'm saying? Like your money's tied up into things. Investors tend to do that. Maybe you're an investor and this person doesn't know it. Investors will tie their money up into different things, right? So they have money, it's just tied up. They just can't touch it. You know what I mean? So maybe for one of you or a handful of you, maybe you're an investor because you have definitely invested, or you definitely have put your seeds down into something, and now it's like you're just waiting for something to grow. Maybe you just haven't got that money back. Maybe for some of you, maybe you put your money into a CD, right? And you're just waiting for it to mature. Or you put it into a savings account of some kind. You're waiting for it to mature or something. Or it could be stocks and bonds, right? Something like that. You're waiting for something to come in. But you definitely have invested into something, or you're putting your money into something. In my third eye, I'm seeing somebody has invested in a vehicle. Maybe you got yourself an old vehicle and you're putting money into this vehicle. You're fixing it up. Maybe it's vintage or something, something like that. Like you've are fixing something up. It can be an antique. It doesn't have to be a vehicle. It could be furniture, right? Because you could do that with furniture as well. I love old furniture. I'm one of those people that would buy something from the 50s. I love old furniture, especially the 50s. For some reason, this person feels like they need to compete with you. They want to compete with you. They want to compete with who you are as a person, not just what you have. Okay? It's not just about what you have or what you are working on. It's not just about what you've accumulated into this world. It's more than that. It's who you are. This person feels like they have to compete with your personality. So that tells me that this person is not just jealous of you, but envious of you. They're envious of who you are, who you stand for, what your moral codes are. They're just jealous that they cannot be like you. That they cannot be stable like you, Gemini. And there is this level of competition. This person wants to compete with you. They want to compete with you because it makes them think or feel like they are at the same level as you are. So they want to be at the same level as you are. This person is not successful. I don't know why they think that they are better than you. They are not successful at all. They don't have success in their life. As a matter of fact, it looks like this person is struggling to rebuild something in their life, trying to get a solid foundation in their own life. So who are they to be pointing the finger at you? You know what I mean? So if this person is trying to rebuild something for themselves, then why are they even thinking that they're in a position where they could look down at you? It's kind of giving me that energy like they're snubbing their nose up in the air at you. Like they think that they're better than you. When in reality, this person is inside of themselves, they are not stable. They don't have a real strong moral code. Some people are very centered inside of themselves, Gemini. That's what I'm getting. Like you are. You're very centered inside of yourself. So even when things around you are falling apart or things around you are not going as planned, you yourself does not get shaken up as easily as somebody else who would be in your position would be, right? So you're very grounded. You might have Earth in your chart, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but you don't get shaken up like other people. In other words, you tend to stay calm. There's a calmness around you despite what's going on around you. It reminds me of this movie I saw where this girl was kidnapped and she was forced into this underground assassination group, right? And there was a part where the people were becoming unalived in front of her, and the man stopped and he looked at her, and she said, "Well," and she stayed very calm. Like anybody else that would have seen that would have been screaming, panicking. And she stayed very calm, and she said, "Well, I never minded the small details of things," or something like that. And he just looked at her and walked away because she stayed very calm. She stayed very centered, right? If she had reacted, he would have unalived her, but she didn't. Despite what was going on around her, she herself stayed very calm. That's you, Gemini. It doesn't matter what's going on around you, even as extreme as that situation was, you have the ability to stay calm. You would make a really good manager. I would be very surprised if you never worked in as management. Because managers tend to stay very calm in crisis. You know what I mean? If you notice, managers tend to take control of a situation and they stay very calm. They don't panic. So I would be very surprised if you've never been I would be very surprised if you told me you were never a manager. Because you would make a good manager. So this person is trying to compete with you. Let's find out more about this situation over here. What? Tell me more about this. So this love offer, this could be a love offer, or this could be a job position. Okay, but whatever this is that's coming your way, and this person knows it, they want it for themselves. Okay, so if it's a love, if this is a love connection, they want that person for themselves. They want to destroy the connection that that person feels toward you, the attraction that person feels toward you. Okay, or if it's a job offer, same thing. They want to destroy that for you. They want to make sure that you don't receive it, because it could be either or. This person feels like whatever this is that's coming your way, that they should be the one to get it. They feel like they're the one that deserves it more than you do. And it could be because, like, maybe you've always been less advantaged as they were, right? If this is somebody that you grew up with, then this is somebody who always had, like, the better house, the better car, the better everything. So in their mind, they think that they are better, right? There's some people that are like that. Some people who grew up in nice places, nice homes, and then they look down at other people. And then there's some people who live in nice homes and they're very humble people, and they are nothing like that, you know? Just depends on the person and what they believe in and what they think. So for whatever reason, this person feels like they have always been more deserving than you. And this might be for like a handful of you, that this person is somebody that you've always had like some kind of level of competition from this person, okay? Maybe not from you, but from this person. Like this person always felt like they deserved the better, everything to be better. Like they should have the better house, the better car, the better spouse, the better job, the better career. Like they always felt like they should have better. Maybe because of their age, or they're older, or because they come from a family that's better off. Maybe your family was poor and this person's family was middle class or rich or something like that, right? This person tries to come off as being a very mature and loving person. See, the thing is that this person doesn't have success in their life because I'm hearing this person's not willing to put themselves out there. They're not willing to go the extra mile. They're not willing to throw themselves out there and do the extra work to get something. But it's like this person feels like it should just be given to them. Everything should be just handed over and given to them. And this person feels like people should just like back off and give them what they want. So that's one thing that this person feels angry with you about, because you're not backing off. You're not gonna back off. You know what I mean? You're not backing off. You're taking what is yours. You're taking, like, you feel like it's a fair fight, so you're gonna go for what you feel like you deserve in this world. And you're not gonna back down. You're not the kind of person who will ever back down. You go for what you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. But this person wants to punish you or make you feel bad about it, or disrupt your life in some kind of way to make you feel bad, because they're expecting everything to be easy for them. And you might know this person through community or through somebody's marriage. Like you might know this person through somebody's marriage or your marriage or something like that. Or through the community. Or it could be job related as well. Yeah, it could be with that 3 of coins coming out and the Knight of coins coming out, the 4 of coins coming out. For maybe a couple of you, yes, this could be job related. Like you know this person through work. So this person wants revenge on you because you fight for everything that you have. You don't back down. You stand your ground. That's what it is. And this person doesn't have that. They're used to having a softer life. They're used to everything being given to them, and they don't know how to fight. Like they don't know how to see, because the thing is that once you're an adult, nobody tells you to get up in the morning. I mean, yeah, some people have a wife. You know what I mean? Some people have a wife who will wake them up and tell them to go to work, right? But most people don't. Like most adults don't, right? Most adults don't have somebody to say, "Hey, get up, go exercise. Hey, get up, stop eating junk food. Hey, get up and go to work and study," right? A lot of people don't have that. And this person, maybe they do have somebody like that, but you don't. Everything that you do is because you push yourself to do it. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you take a bath because you push yourself to do it. You go to work because you push yourself to do it. You don't have somebody pushing you and telling you what to do because you're not a child anymore. And I feel like what happened here is that you grew up, and whoever this person is, they never grew up. They still need somebody to push them. And because they don't have somebody to push them, they feel like it's unfair, as though they feel like everybody should have somebody to push them, right? In their mind, you have somebody who's pushing you, and somebody's pushing you more than somebody's pushing them. But they don't understand. You're an adult now. You do things because you tell yourself to do things, right? It's kind of like people who. I spoke to this one girl one time, a long time ago, and she had a maid. And she was like, "Well, why don't you just get your maid to do it?" I was like, "What are you talking about, lady? What maid? If the clothes are gonna get washed, I'm the one that's gotta wash them. If those dishes need to get washed, I'm the one that's gonna wash them. Like, what is she talking about, maid?" But anyways, yeah, in her mind, everybody had a maid. I mean, she was young. She's like 18, 19 years old. But yeah, she was young. I had to explain to her that no, not everybody has a maid. People that work at McDonald's, or people who work as nurse assistants and don't have maids. I don't even think cops have maids. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? But she really thought that everybody had a maid. I remember asking her, "Do you think your maid has a maid?" And she just looked at me like, like, what? I was like, "Do you think that your maid has a maid? Do you think that your maid is at your house being your maid while somebody's at her house being her maid?" She was like, "I never thought of it like that." Rich people. Anyways, so this person has been spoiled, okay? That's what it is. This person has been spoiled, and they're angry with you because you haven't been. So to them, you have that advantage, and they're realizing it and they're seeing it. Like you have an advantage in yourself. While they might have a financial advantage, you have the advantage in yourself as being a stable person. So I do feel like that's part of why this person is so envious of who you are, Gemini. Because if anybody's going to make it, you're going to make it. And you don't need nobody's help to make it. Okay? Yeah, you have an offer coming in here, and this person's going to try to block it. They're not going to be successful, though. Okay? So you should be hearing something soon, and it could be coming in from a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Whatever this offer is coming your way. If it's a job offer, it's going to be something that's going to be right up your alley, something that you've already done work in, or you have skills in, or something like that, okay? So it's going to be something that you've already more likely have worked at. Congratulations, Gemini. Anyways, Gemini, even if you are going through things like rough times or financial problems or something like that, I want you to know these plans and these ideas that you have, they're going to help you. You're going to come out of that. Okay? What I'm hearing is you have skills already inside of yourself. You have the abilities to stand up. You have everything that you need inside of yourself to overcome every challenge that's coming your way. See, we have the 5 of coins coming out in reverse. So that's you rebuilding financially. Things coming together financially. Congratulations, Gemini. I'm going to get out of this reading. Catch me in the next one, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is an all Gemini channel. Do take what resonates with you. Leave the rest for somebody else. And y'all take care. Bye, guys.